Hey, what's up everyone, GameDad here, coming at you guys with a brand new compilation video. This time we're taking a look at the two-part series that I did on my Nintendo Wii collection. Now, if you are new to the channel, please be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, as well as that little notification bell so you get an alert every time I got a new video coming out. And now let's go ahead and dive into this compilation video.
EA Sports Active was released by EA Sports in 2009 and was a lot like Wii Fit in that it used the controllers to accurately depict what the player was doing in order to interact with the game. Cabela's Big Game Hunter 2012 was actually released in 2011 by Activision and is a hunting-style game with a special controller accessory to help simulate using an actual rifle. The controllers to me were a bit jumpy, but it was an okay game. Boom Blocks was released by EA in 2008 and is a fun physics-style game where the player has to decide how hard to throw an object at various block structures to make them topple. It definitely has a bargain bin feel to it, but the game itself was quite fun. New Carnival Games was released by 2K Play in 2010 and is a lot like the other various family-style mini-games that are on this console. There are a few different categories of games to choose from, then you simply play them. It's fun if you've got a few minutes to kill. Crash of the Titans was released in 2007 by Vivdendi Games. This game is fun because it is a slightly new take on a Crash Bandicoot game. It is definitely a more kid-friendly game with its simple animation style, but it was still a fun Crash game to play. Donkey Kong Country Returns was released by Nintendo in 2010 and is a great entry in the franchise. It was awesome to see Donkey Kong Country come back in style with motion controls. Plus, the overall gameplay definitely brought back that old DKC nostalgia. Epic Mickey was released in 2010 by Disney Interactive Studios and really takes advantage of the motion controls on the Wii. Having the player paint their way through the game was a fun and unique approach to the gameplay. Game Party 3 was released by Midway in 2009 and is a continuation of the Game Party franchise on the Wii. There's a bunch of fun mini-game style things to do, and it is a great option for kids and adults if you have a group of people over for game night. GoldenEye 007 was released in 2010 by Activision, and while the N64 version was an absolute classic, I personally thought that this release was absolute crap. Not because of the game itself, the graphics update was nice, but the controls are absolutely horrendous. Hasbro Family Game Night was released by EA in 2008 and is a game of, you guessed it, other games. I will say though, what is fun about this title is that it has a bunch of classic board games and other things to do in it, such as Connect 4 and Battleship. Hot Wheels Track Attack was released by THQ in 2010 and is a kid-style racing game set in the Hot Wheels universe. The tracks are much like any other racing game, but with elements of those sweet orange tracks thrown in. Jeopardy was released by THQ in 2010 and is exactly what it's advertised as, the game show from TV that has apparently been on the air since the 60s. I had no idea it had been running for that long in one iteration or another. Link's Crossbow Training was released by Nintendo in 2007 and was actually more of a sampler kind of game meant to sell an accessory for the Wii. Surprisingly though, the game controls extremely well and is actually a lot of fun. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games was released by Sega in 2009 and is set in the 2010 Vancouver Olympics. I haven't seen another entry in this franchise in a while, but it was definitely fun to play whenever they came out. Mario Kart Wii was released by Nintendo in 2008 and is absolutely fantastic. The tracks are fun, whether new or old, the new kart editions and characters are awesome, and actually being able to drive using the steering wheel accessory is just a blast. I truly love this game. Mario Party 8 was in my opinion the last good Mario Party game before going to that annoying group mechanic that puts all the players together. This game had tons of fun mini-games to play that really took advantage of the motion controls, and the game was just a blast overall. Mario Party 9 was released in 2012 by Nintendo and was the first game in the franchise to now group players together onto a single vehicle. Many players, including myself, found this to be quite annoying and made it feel like it wasn't a true Mario Party board game. The minigames were fun, but it just wasn't the same. Mario Super Sluggers was released by Nintendo in 2008 and is a lot like any other Mario-style sports game. It follows the underlying rules of the sport while adding wacky moves and colors and being set in the Mario universe. It was a fun game, but nothing earth-shattering. Metal Slug Anthology was released by SNK Playmore in 2006 and is a great collection of Metal Slug games. Being one of my all-time favorite side-scrolling games, I had a blast being able to play through all of these great Metal Slug games again. Metroid Other M was released in 2010 by Nintendo and was, well, interesting. I wouldn't say that it was a bad game, but it definitely didn't feel like a true Metroid game, and it definitely doesn't stack up to the Metroid Prime games in my opinion. NERF N-Strike Elite was released in 2009 by EA Salt Lake and is a fun little FPS game using Nerf guns. It operates exactly as you would expect an FPS style game on the Wii to play. Point and shoot. It was fun to play a game with Nerf guns though. It took the seriousness of most FPS games and made it more playful and fun. Pikmin 2 was released by Nintendo in 2004 and is a continuation of the incredibly fun Pikmin series. In this game, you now play as a new pilot that has to go back and find more objects to bring back for sale to try and save the shipping company from going bankrupt. Rabbids Go Home was released by Ubisoft in 2009 and is yet another wacky-style Rabbids game. These games are known for having crazy gameplay, but also for being a lot of fun. The most recent Mario and Rabbids Kingdom battle for the Switch was also a lot of fun. New Super Mario Bros. Wii was released by Nintendo in 2009 and is a great Mario game on its own. But for this game, they added a brand new feature, the ability to have 4 players playing each level in couch co-op. This new feature really added a lot to the overall gameplay. Super Mario Galaxy was released in 2007 by Nintendo and was the first true Mario game since Super Mario Sunshine on the GameCube. Fully utilizing the motion controls on the Wii, this game takes the player on an epic adventure through space. Super Mario Galaxy 2 was released by Nintendo in 2010 and continues where the last game left off. With some new mechanics to vary up the gameplay a bit, this game is more of the same awesome 3D Mario action. Super Paper Mario was released by Nintendo in 2007 and is a fun successor to the Thousand Year Door from the GameCube. While the game is not a sequel to the Thousand Year Door, it is still a fun game overall and gives you that classic Paper Mario feel that everybody loves. Super Smash Bros. Brawl was released in 2009 by Nintendo and is a fun entry in the series. While in my opinion it's not as good as Melee, the game is still a lot of fun and added a lot to the franchise overall. I'll still take the GameCube controller for Smash any day though. Vertigo was released by Playlogic in 2009 and reminds me a lot of Marble Madness on the NES, just in a third-person view with motion controls. I still found parts of it to be annoyingly difficult, just like Marble Madness was, but it was still a pretty fun game. I will say though, I didn't like that they had the controller oriented vertically instead of horizontally. That made the controls a little weird to get used to. Zelda Twilight Princess was released by Nintendo in 2006 and was one of 2 main entry Zelda games on the Wii, and boy what a game it was. The style of the graphics, the gameplay, and the different approach to how the story unfolds makes Twilight Princess a classic Zelda game for sure. Zelda Skyward Sword was released by Nintendo in 2011 and took full advantage of the motion controls on the Wii, but in a much more natural way, allowing the player to really feel like they are swinging that awesome sword around. The story in the game was excellent as well.
And there you have it, everyone. Those were the 2 videos that I had in my Nintendo Wii Collection Series. Now, if you guys liked today's video, please let me know down in the comments below. And while you're down there, please be sure to also hit those like and subscribe buttons, as well as that little notification bell so you get an alert every time I got a new video coming out. Now, as always, I'm GameDad. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.